would do. Feel my rap, 66,000 real folks strapped to push your ass. Fuck you, you gon' catch a hot one too. Feel my rap, 66,000 real folks strapped to push your ass. Fuck you, you gon' catch a hot one too. Feel my rap, 66,000 real folks strapped to push your ass. Fuck you, you gon' catch a hot one too. Feel my rap, 66,000 real folks strapped to push your ass.
Survive the day, cash a check. Pussy purring in my face and I ain't break a sweat. Water on me dripping wet, popping pills and pouring tech. Watch the shorty snort a check, then start working with the neck. I'm the devil in the flesh, I'm the devil in the flesh. Chopper sound like double bass, it's a heavy metal set. It gon' sound like Iron Maiden, the trooper. When I spray up the Uber, ain't no face on the shooter. Nickel plate on the Ruger, busting out the moonroof of the sideshow. Screaming die slow, pussy bitch I hope you die slow. She think I'm a psycho, flashes out the rifle. Later they retaliate cause it's a vicious cycle. Ay, King Tut, all this gold on me. In a function with that thing tuck, case they roll on me. Ay, all them drugs I'm mixing got a hold on me. Bitch I'm rolling deep, if we throw them things let's go to sleep.
Fuck the other side, let the shooter slide. 30 in the clip, I load the thing and then I pop some. Fuck the other side, baby who gon' ride? We with all the shit, and I promise they don't wanna.
Fuck you, you gon' catch a hot one too. Feel my rap, 66,000 real folks strapped to push your ass. Fuck you, you gon' catch a hot one too. Feel my rap, 66,000 real folks strapped to push your ass.
So by the day, catch a jet. I hit the scene with a Smith, call me Jazzy Jet. I pull the strap and make them stutter, sound like jazz effects. I raise the auto like Raymundo, but I'm catching wet. Hey, Macho set, chopper sweeping through your hood like the ghetto bird is watching. Boy, the bezel on this watch is looking like a solar system. That whopper get to popping, and now your dome is missing. I'm not your fucking friend, I ain't tryna chill with you. If you tryna get slumped, I could cut a deal with you. Boy, I stay with that drink, lean on me like Bill Withers. In the peso from the brick, keep me lacing something slick. Got your bitch off the leash, I better take your honey dip. Cause she love the way the guala stack, break the money clip. And how the pinky ring looking like it sank a fucking shit. When you see me bend the corner, peep the laces from the whip. When I pull them fucking brakes, we get to lacing up your crib, huh? Fuck the other side, let the shooter slide. 30 in the clip, I load the thing and then I pop some. Fuck the other side, baby who gon' ride? We with all the shit, and I promise they don't wanna.
A fairy tale has a way of getting into your head, even before you hear it. Somehow you just know it. And it always...
I do not freebase cocaine.
Izumi. 私を怒らせないで。
like Larry Johnson. Tell her don't touch, make it very awkward. All year round out in Paris, mobbing sideshow with the Louis Flair and chop.
Let's go. You see a mask on my head, better duck. I'll put a rack on your head like a buck. I'll put them racks on your head like a truck. I want it all and it never enough. I'll get the orders and send the troops. They hit the corner, start letting loose. Searching the pots for the residue. I want the work and the revenue.
Spaghetti, spaghetti, I'm new to your top. Move through your block, Cooper the drop. Who cares what I'm whipping, boy, you getting shot. UVs get blocked by Cartier frames. I'm cruising a yacht. Shoes hit the dock. Louis Vuitton. Steez be the juice like a movie with pop. Pull up in buckets, you getting mopped in the trench like a Jubilee shooting the eye.
Light up the spot like some kerosene. I don't get caught, that's embarrassing. I'm up to drugs and I'm hearing things. Put a hole in your face like a parasite. I'll make the pack do a double flip. Leave and come back in another whip. You don't do nothing but bumping lips. So it could get hairy like cousin Nick.
Ghost Glock tucked in the Patagonia. Import Gatlin strapped the Rovers. Slang blade gutter shit Casanova. Chain stay flooded with massive boulders. Stash that piece that'll shoot at y'all. And a brand new belt from the Gucci store. Eyes to the ground, better move along. Or it's coming off the buckle like a luchador.
Smashing the lack off a tab and a half. Bet these hoes know that I'm back in my bag. Keep that thing on me, not back at the pad. Tuck it back in when the camera flash. My money hooked like a gamma ray. White walls of butter like Land O'Lakes. Backyard so big you could land a plane. I'm like Van Damme off 10 grams a day.
Handbrake when I use it, but that don't mean I won't do it. I'm on one, it's so foolish. You can bet the house I'm gon' through it. In the place to be, like I just woke up. Hating life in the back with my kush rolled up. No smoke in the face, tryna look so tough. Hammer gonna swing and push those slugs, huh?
I thought I told you. 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 I might just play some plays on where I'm happy. So happy. I might just play some plays on where I'm happy. Somehow.
Only in the tales that humans tell do the hunters kill the wolves in the end.
Care for a cup of Wilkins coffee?
No, I don't like coffee.
Soon as I got a bag, baby got it bad. If I want it, I ain't gotta ask. I ain't gotta ask. That's 100, yeah. Pistol on my hip, she don't give me lip, yeah. Eagle on my waist, evil on my face. Hey, I got the pills, the fiends they crushing, smoking for. I got that work. I'll put that work up in the pot and let it boil. I whip that work. Said all my bitches loyal, put that on the soil. Ay, if it's a drought that we inflate the price like oil. I'm a Saudi prince, can't see through my Audi tins. You the type to fall out with your people's all about a bit. If baby roll with me, you know she's selling it. I came here well equipped, I might just pop up for the hell of it.
Swear it, if they go, they got me good and ready to destroy it. All them hoes who steady talking loud, I set them straight. That is all I guess, I'm cutting out that bit. Mother, shut your mouth, you wanna move up, fair enough, I'm telling them swear it. For those who know the feeling when you talking your shit, I pull a strap to shatter planning shots of causing eclipse. Catch me posted like a goonie with the choppers and bricks. I'm the Baba Yaga pocket checking popular kid. See where I dropped on my wrist is where they cost for your crib. I'm Michael Knight, the ride is nice, plus I could talk to the whip. Now bitch, you never catch me slipping, I was taught to exist. Seeing the game from all angles like an Oculus whip, you bitch.
Pussy boy gon' rap out depression. I was too busy flexing, give me a pack and I stretch it. Them boys don't ask me no questions and I won't tell no lies. You can tell them hi, cause these looks will burn my eyes. I got murder on my mind.
I like drugs, I like guns, I like bitches, I like phones. I like drugs, I like guns, I like bitches, I like phones. I like drugs, I like guns, I like bitches, I like phones. I like drugs, I like guns, I like bitches, 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 bitches.
fucking A.
So please get a grown-up that you love to watch this program with you, because we're going to talk about some sad and scary things.
Pull up on them like gym socks. Ground shake with my shit popping. Front yard be full of things. Porch looking like a pit stop. Cause I whip work to my wrist lock. And I pitch work in them zip locks. Bands in my palms like stigmata. Hammers go up when I grip chop.
Run it back, it's a track meet. Run it. Son of Sam with the gun in hand. Watch me pop a couple in the backseat. Do the running man, I'm an athlete. Betty caught a body last week. Tattoos on her ass cheek. Money talk, let the cash speak. I throw singles at her like trap cheeks.
Higher be swinging like A6. Breaking down blunts like I break wrist. Maneuver the packs on the late shift. Maneuver the coupe and it brainless. Chrome on the feet and the paint drip. I'm leaving the mess when I lane switch. The surgery done on the pavement. The chopper gon' give him a facelift.
Pussy too afraid to fire back. Now we lying flat in the trunk with the tire jacks. Pull the basket where the fire at. Pull the chopper out and fry a rat. Fricassee, wood smoking, no hickory. I don't sleep on my enemies and wake up the beef like it's Jimmy D.
Yeah, popping them bins and we count it up. Get it out the mud like grave robbers. Brand new whip that's sitting on blaze, so the plate in the back say Daywalker. Mac 10, got a laser beam. Don't aim a thing, let it rain on you. Act ill and get the long nose, little bitch. They call me the plague doctor.
Roll up in the jets, foreign bitch, pouring sweat. Popping Molly, pouring tag. Bet she pop it for a check. Bet she pop it for a perk. Let the doctor go to work. Bitch be playing with my patience, but I'm not no fucking nurse.
Triggers clicked and shit let go. Hollows in your mixes if you itchy go. Pistol smoke, ripping through a victim's nose. Paint on the car, stain on the claws. Matching each other, I'm state of the art. Play your shit, making it rain on your broad. The demon was squeezing your halo, get paused.
Swisher rolled, I ain't smoking that. Iron flying, no Tony Stark. Keep an arm tucked in like Bonaparte. Type of shit, rip your bones apart. I'ma hop out when you throw 'em park and get the drop on 'em like Owen Hart. AR and it's throwing sparks. That silencer sound like
Hello? Hello, are you receiving me? What's good? Oh shit. Let me turn this off. What's up, guys? Fridays are fire. It's your boy, fucking Schmirkbag Blam. And Spencer's here.
Yo.
What's up? It's me, Dr. Dog Shit.
Shut up.
Man,
oh, shut
I'll
up.
tell you what, yo. That DDA album is fucking crazy, dude.
So, I'm just going to say this right now. We will not be here next Friday because next Friday we have a live show at the Ritz in San Jose, Friday the 13th. Big ass show. The first real Death Dealers Anonymous show.
Yeah, it's going to be a full Death Dealer set.
And
this shit's going to be, we're going to fuck y'all up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to fucking ugly circle pits and the possibility of stage diving into an empty audience.
Oh, hell yeah. Please, dirtbag, please.
And going straight on my hip.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Gotta see it.
Yeah. Well, we're ready to go. We got some really tight merch for that show. We got those all
super limited, by the way.
Super limited. Actually, there was, I think, 9 or 10 orders for the All Day Dirt hoodies and shirts, and I ended up printing up 20.
Okay.
Because I was like, fuck it. I want one. You want one. So we're going to have a few of those extra for the show. We have the Deal Death zip-ups.
How many of those we got?
9 of the Deal Death zip-ups.
Is it like 3 of each?
3 mediums, 3 large, 3 XL.
Okay.
And then we got the Death Dealers hats.
Okay. How many of those
I think we got like 7 Death Dealers
hats. Okay, you guys. There you go. Those hats and those zip-ups are just for this show, though.
Yes. Pixie said she got hella VHS.
I guess maybe. I don't know. We could bring them back. I kind of want to do pullovers of those, too. Maybe.
Yeah.
Which one?
Well, who knows? I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Whatever, man. I think like we're just going to make crazy merch for each individual like show or endeavor or whatever.
That's what I think. Yeah, I was just thinking we should just keep shit super limited. And if you don't,
strangling yourself in the cord. What are you doing? I think it's all the way completely around your neck.
My dog is wilding today. God, he took a straight dump on the floor, and Dan thought it was a backwood.
I thought it was a backwood for sure. I was like, oh shit, we got a full backwood on the floor. Nope.
Like, oh, that's a Dookie.
That's a Duke's. That was a Duke Wellington from this.
Where's the dog anyway? Right, babe, watch the dog. Or put him on.
He's too busy kissing the inside of my nose and mouth. Oh my god. Oh, get all the.
Oh, you're rolling weed. Give him to me.
Go ahead, take him. He just wants to be by me because he fucking loves me so much. All right, check it. So next week, no show. Hella unique merch for that show. So if you want to, instead of seeing us live on the internet, you can see us live in person. It's at the Ritz. I don't know if it's sold out, but I know a lot of people are going. So go to that. Okay.
It's gonna be crazy.
What are we watching, Dan?
This is
looks lit. Looks old.
I don't know. I'm screwing up.
Is it Lensman? That's what it says on the tab.
No, it's Slayers, the motion picture.
Slayers, the motion pictures.
I actually have this on VHS.
Oh, I see that shit in his closet. He ain't lying to y'all. He ain't fucking lying. Why would you say that?
There's like 9 tapes, I think. So there's quite a few.
Yeah. Oh, it's a series?
Yeah. I think they're like 40
40
minute long.
I was going to say this shit looked like it was a half hour long or something. So, hey, Dozer, you need to chill.
No, he doesn't.
Slayers next. Okay. And I think
Dan
a couple
says
movies
he doesn't
too.
need to chill.
That's all right.
So rock on, Pepino.
Rock on, Pepines. So let's go back for a little update on something we were talking about the last time we were here for Fridays is Fire.
The male G-spot.
Okay, so it's official. Sony says the door is closed on Spider-Man returning to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
For now.
That's bullshit, dude.
For now means like.
So what's this last movie gonna be for?
So check this out.
That's this it? Okay.
I was like with y'all on the majority of the world on the this is bullshit thing until I did a bunch more research and watched a bunch more videos. And I'm actually under the conclusion now that this is probably a better situation for the fans than it is if Spider-Man was to stay in the MCU.
Well, and for the studio too.
Yeah,
cuts out a lot of hassle.
Yeah, for sure.
From what you were saying.
Yeah. Well, okay. So just to go into that real fast, they talked to the Russo brothers, who were the guys who cast Tom Holland as Spider-Man for the MCU. They did it for the Civil War movie, and then he went on and had his own movie and the Infinity War things. So like when they asked them, they were like, how do you feel about this deal falling apart or whatever? And they're like, honestly, it's amazing that it happened in the first place. Like it's an unprecedented situation where you have 2 major studios agreeing to something like that, $1 billion sharing agreement. And the fact that they were able to get it done in the first place and get those movies done is like a miracle. So like we, instead of being like, oh, this is bullshit, we lost Spider-Man, should really be like, oh,
be grateful that we had it in
yes,
the first place.
Be grateful that we had it in the first place. Because realistically, like that shit should have never happened. I mean, it's insane to have 2 competing companies work out $1 billion sharing
that's basically
agreement.
Why fucking Wolverine was never in the Avengers,
100%. Yeah, they
never worked anything out.
They couldn't come to that agreement with Fox, and they ended up buying Fox out.
Yeah.
So, and Sony, there's no possibility of buying Sony out. Not only is Sony too big of a company, but also it would be a monopoly. They would the FCC would shut it down. They would not let that deal go down because that's too much of the movie industry controlled by one single entity.
I know.
Shut up, fool. You're not even paying attention.
No.
Okay,
there's
so check
a couple
it out.
movies coming out that I was kind of surprised are Disney. Actually, I think one is Lucy in the Sky, that Noah Hawley movie. Have you seen the trailer for that?
No.
It has like Natalie Portman, some fucking mind trip thriller by the dude who did the Legion series and Fargo.
And it's Disney?
It's by Disney. The production of it.
Well,
I heard Disney's gonna do a Species reboot.
Oh yeah.
What? Did you just come up with that off the top of your head? I was like, why the fuck would that even be a thing?
They are for real fucking doing a reboot of Home Alone, I saw.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can't believe they haven't done that already. But
who's
look,
gonna be the Macaulay? Who's
Macaulay.
Who's McAllister?
probably one of those dickheads from
Kevin McCallies.
probably one of those dickheads from Stranger Things, and guaranteed he plays the dad.
Who?
Fucking
Macaulay
Culkin. Yeah, like he's got to play the dad. He's got to play the dad.
Ain't he
for sure.
hella just like fucking on drugs and zesty?
Nah,
and
he's
shit?
cool. He's cool now. He had a spicy period, and I think he's cool now. But
He's
look,
cool again?
He's
we're
been in,
way
like, commercials
we're
and
way
things.
off
always,
topic.
Actually, he's always cool to
Stop.
me. Fuck all that.
Stop.
For life,
Stop
baby.
it. We're way off topic. We're talking about fucking Spider-Man, not Home Alone.
Equally
Okay.
important though.
Listen.
It really is.
Let me explain to you why this is a good thing. When we talked about the Marvel Phase 4 slate last time on the show, you noticed Spider-Man wasn't on that at all. There's no Spider-Man movie on that slate whatsoever.
Yeah.
A lot of that was probably because they were still working out that sharing agreement, but also Marvel just bought all those Fox characters. They have to find ways to work those Fox characters in. It's a whole lot of fucking meat that they got to get on one plate. You know what I mean? Like,
who are the Fox characters?
all the
All the
X-Men,
X-Men,
Fantastic Four.
Does that mean we don't get them now? Or?
No, we
No,
do.
Disney has them
Oh,
now.
that's
They have 'em.
sex appeal.
What I'm saying, and okay, so this is why this is good. This is why this is going
Are
to
they
end up
gonna
working
make,
out
like,
better for the
more
fans.
X-Force stuff? Do you guys know? Call up the ghost of Stan Lee for me.
Listen,
I think the plan is that yes, they'll keep the Deadpool stuff going. Did they say they're gonna rate it down to PG-13
No,
or are they
no.
gonna keep it?
They're going to keep Deadpool rated R.
That's
because they
fucking
have
sex appeal.
Fox
Ah, fuck.
and they have Hulu as an arm to release R-rated content that they don't have to put through Disney.
Yeah.
So they could still make R-rated content, release it through their other studios that they own, and it still be like in that universe, but not like Disney
I'm
putting
about
out
to hit
R-rated
Disney
shit.
with the fucking hot ass letter and be like, hey, my boy Spencer has this idea for the Watcher in the format of the Twilight Zone, and each is
And
a
if you don't do
standalone
it-
anthology idea, and if you don't take full advantage of this, you're fucking bums. And I'm sure.
Can I finish telling you about the Spider-Man
Well,
thing?
Disney
Just real
will-
fast, and then we don't have to talk about it anymore. We
If
can
I
talk
tell
about
them
fuck
they're
shit forever.
bums, they'll fucking know they're bums.
Okay. Listen. We weren't going to get any Spider-Man in the MCU for at least 2 years, maybe 3, because they got to fit him in the schedule with all the other shit. Now, since Sony has Spider-Man, they're already working on Spider-Man 3. So they own all the rights to those Sinister Six characters that they introduced in the first movie.
Yeah.
So they could go that route. They have Venom. They have their whole universe.
Do you think they'll combine the Tom Holland and Venom?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. They probably won't do it in Spider-Man 3, but they probably will do it in Spider-Man 4. Venom 2 will be Venom and Carnage standalone. Spider-Man 3 will be like a John Wick style Spider-Man running from all the supervillains that now know that he's Peter Parker, and then Spider-Man 4 they'll cross it over with Venom. So look, we're getting more Spider-Man. Also, Sony is signed on to do 6 Spider-Man TV shows. Live action Spider-Man TV
That's
shows.
lit.
Or
Lit.
animated shows too. So like Spider-Verse shows, Spider-Man shows, Spider-Gwen shows, fucking
What would you rather
2099.
have, animation or live action?
I think I want a Spider-Verse animated show.
Okay.
And I think I want a live action Spider-Man show of
Okay.
some
That'd be
kind.
fire.
You know what I mean? Like,
Which storyline would you want for which?
not Peter Parker for the live action Spider-Man, obviously.
I would need
Think
that.
they do Miles?
I was gonna say I need that
think
Miles
that'd be-
Morales.
I think
dude.
that'd be
That would be the obvious choice
Like
because
a live
then
action Miles Morales.
because
one?
then
Yeah.
you'd have an opportunity to introduce that live action Miles Morales into the Sony Spider-Man universe later. So
Yeah.
by the time they do Spider-Man
would
5 or 6, it could be Miles Morales in there. What were you gonna say?
I would like to see, as far as like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a fucking like, what's a good arc of Spider-Man that could be a live action thing? Like,
If you're talking about like Spider-Man stories that haven't been done yet, that
Like-
need to be done, it's Kraven's Last Hunt. That's what they
Okay.
got to do. And that's what I imagine that's what Spider-Man 3 will be, because they're setting it up to where like, okay, everyone knows who Peter Parker is. So, or Peter Parker Spider-Man, so they'll hire Kraven, this hunter, to come get Spider-Man, and then you have Kraven's last hunt.
What about do they get Venom, and could they do like separation anxiety and shit?
Yeah, I mean, like that. I think they're working towards Maximum Carnage. I mean, that would be like Spider-Man 6 would be Maximum Carnage, or 5.
Yeah.
And then by that time, you got Miles Morales introduced in through.
You guys ever play Maximum Carnage video game?
Yes, it was the fucking
shit.
shit.
Was the shit. Actually, they had a fucking
I have it
separation
on
anxiety
Sega.
video game too.
And you were Carnage, right? And you fucking people up.
Well,
was it like a side scroller?
Separation anxiety, you fight Carnage.
The other one, the Maximum Carnage, you are Carnage.
You could be Carnage, I think, at one
You
point.
can be
but
Venom
you fight
or
him
Carnage.
Venom or Carnage. Yeah.
That's that.
It was like a fucking side scrolling, like the Ninja Turtles ones, right? Where you're just beating ass. Yeah.
Because the fucking separation anxiety is the shit. It's Spider-Man and Venom, and they're fighting all the different Carnages.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bandar says it's on SNES. What about a Mexican Spider-Man? There actually is a Mexican Spider-Man. That is 2099 Spider-Man. Is what is his name? Miguel Rodriguez? O'Hara. Yeah. So there is a Mexican Spider-Man, and I think that will probably come into play for the Spider-Verse shit. So look, we're getting way more Spider-Man than we would if Spider-Man stayed in the MCU. A. B. What I learned, or what we all learned through this weird, all this information coming to light, was that for some reason, Marvel has retained the rights to do half an hour long Spider-Man stories on TV, not movies. So, well, obviously not going to do a half an hour long movie. But all the Spider-Man cartoons that have come out have all been Marvel cartoons. So because of that, we're still going to get Spider-Man in that What If series. Because the What If series is basically they're running back all the movies and saying, like, what if this was this? What if that was that?
Yeah.
They're going to do both Spider-Man movies. They're going to do Civil War. They're going to do Infinity War. Spider-Man's in all of that shit. So they're still able to have him in those stories while all the Sony Spider-Verse shit is going on. So at the end of the day, we're going to get a shitload more Spider-Man. And then after 5 years, 2 more Spider-Man movies, maybe a little longer, maybe 8 years, 3 more Spider-Man movies, they're going to come back to the table and we'll likely get like a Secret Wars event where I would be really surprised if when it comes time to do Secret Wars, Marvel isn't able to get that arrangement going again one more time for just that movie. You know what I mean?
'Cause then they'd have them all. They have fucking everything they need.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. And then if they did do the fucking Miles scene, then that would make sense with having the collision of worlds and shit. That'd be so tight.
And they could even make that sharing
what's
arrangement.
up, Disney? Just hit us up.
You know what it comes down to?
We got 2 fucking hits on our hands over here, but y'all will never know because you're bummed.
I think the fucking reality of the situation is when you look at all these agreements with the studios and the stories and which ones get made and which ones don't, when you really look into it and you hear what
shuts our show down because I called them bums.
Done. There's a bunch of people calling Disney bums on the internet. I think we'll be fine.
Okay. But I'm famous, so
basically, man, I totally forgot what I was gonna fucking say. It's over.
Disney's a bunch
We're getting all the Spider-Man.
It was something I can't remember. I don't know.
Secret Wars?
No, I don't know.
All right.
Gone. Whatever. Okay, Spider-Man. Out of the MCU, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I think by the time... Oh, what I was going to say is if they're able to work out that arrangement again and Sony's able to build up characters like Miles Morales and Venom and Carnage, then maybe they can make the agreement for more than just Spider-Man. You know what I mean? And when they do Secret Wars, they could have all those fucking people in it. You know what I mean? But,
Hey, did either of you see the PG-13 Christmas cut of Deadpool?
No,
I did not.
I haven't seen it yet. Where he kidnaps Ben Savage.
I heard people I heard it's enjoyable, but it's also why thing. You know what I mean? It's
Fred Savage.
Why wouldn't you go back and watch the rated R version if you want to watch Deadpool? You know what I mean? I think that was an experiment that wasn't successful enough for them to be okay, we could do PG.
Stick with it.
No, they're gonna definitely not do.
I think someone
PG
at Marvel
Deadpool.
said, "Papa needs a new suit." He just threw that shit out there on Christmas. And
Oh
made
man, they're
some
crazy
money.
with that shit. With the re-releasing movies that have already made $1 billion with 4 new un-CG'd scenes on the fucking end of it.
They just do it with Spider-Man.
Fucking
right?
out of your mind with that shit.
Fools buy it though.
No, they do. People go. I mean, the thing is if I don't think anybody is like, oh, like I have to go see these 4 new fucking scenes, homie. You could see them on the internet the day the movie fucking drops.
Big facts. Dude,
it's just like if you're gonna go again, like I'll go again. It's in
Easter
theaters.
Egg shit. Like I remember I used to sit there and wait. Now I'm like, I'm just gonna look at the end. I was like, is there an Easter egg? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stay. No. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Time.
Did you know about the speaking of re-releasing things differently? Did you know about the recut of Hateful Eight for Netflix?
No.
So Tarantino recut Hateful Eight into 4-episode like miniseries.
Oh, I saw that.
For Netflix.
Yeah.
And he said there's like 20 minutes of extra footage, but things are just cut differently, or you get a different perspective from a scene. And they're saying that they might do the same thing for fucking Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That's crazy. That's sick. Like that's cool because I mean I think the format of
I thought that was I seen when that shit came on and on the when they put it on Netflix, it was in episodes. I thought that was dope.
I think the format of TV, I mean like the best way to watch a story now is over 10 episodes in a series, 13 episodes in a series. Like you're not getting as much out of a 2-hour movie as you are out of a series. And if you think about it, the success of the Marvel Universe and the reason that they've become such a dominant force in the age of like Netflix and binge watching and streaming services is because they provided an extended thing. Like instead of just going to a movie for 2 hours, like you can go to a movie every 2 months and it adds on to that thing versus it being like 2 hours and it's done. I think we're just like after watching Breaking Bad, like fools are like, nah, dude, I need more. Like I need context. I need 5 seasons, like and a good ending.
Was the best.
What do you guys did we talk about El Camino yet?
Oh, the movie that's gonna come out. This was it October.
October, yeah, next month.
I'm ready for that shit, boy. Yeah. That fucking dude, because Breaking Bad ended so dope.
Yeah, I mean,
you could only if they're gonna do the just follow Jesse Pinkman. That's lit. I'm ready.
I think one of the complaints.
I'm ready.
One of the complaints about Breaking Bad was that people felt like Walter White got everything he wanted in the end. Like he got like. After turning into such a villain, and like certainly he had like a bunch of shit happen to him, but he was able to like cross off all the fucking check marks on his list. Is like fucking fucked over all the people that fucked him over, got money to his family, died in his lab. Like I think a lot of people felt like he should have had a rougher ending. You know what I mean? So if anything, maybe the show might elaborate on that.
I don't know.
Because there's also the possibility that he's not dead. Because they just drove away, like they pan out while he's laying on the floor bleeding out, right? He's obviously got a gunshot wound and he's dying of cancer. Yeah. But depending on where he's shot in the abdomen and fucking how quick they can get him to a hospital, like he can certainly live and then be in prison for the rest of his life. Like we don't know if El Camino is going to start with him being dead or him being in prison. You know what I mean? Like so that's an interesting aspect of it right there.
My boy Walt was a beast.
I think that show had one of the best endings. So it's like both really cool and crazy fucking risky for these guys to be like, oh, let's do a whole fucking another movie. You know what I mean? Because they could fuck it up, dude. They could fully just blow it, right? And you know what's a really great example of that? And they did good. Can I have my mouse back? Thanks, Dozer. Was Deadwood. They did Deadwood where they had 3 seasons of Deadwood. It ended abruptly. They couldn't get it back on because there was like too much. The actors cost too much money.
Which one was Deadwood?
It was a Western show on
Western.
HBO.
Was it good?
Yeah, they said cocksucker like more times than any other show ever in the history of the world. It was so fire. Deadwood's great. It's if you've never seen it, that's hella worth watching. And the best part about Deadwood is before.
So it doesn't end good though?
Well, it didn't end good, but now it does because they did a movie that takes place 10 years later. And it like rounds all the shit off. And it's like very satisfying to watch this movie.
What's the movie called?
Deadwood.
Oh.
Yeah. It just came out this year.
So it's worth it.
Dude, it's worth it, and it's even better because now the show has a proper ending. So like that's why I'm saying this El Camino thing is extra risky because I think a lot of people felt like
I fucked with the ending.
A lot of people did. But I did too. A lot of people like Breaking Bad.
On the other side of it though, like I think if there's anything you could expand on, I don't know. I do believe Breaking Bad. You could keep going, and I wouldn't be mad at getting me some more. But that ending's pretty perfect, and I don't think you should fuck with it. But I ain't mad at getting more because I fucking love that show, dude.
I think the only like thing we could be.
I seen that shit so late too. I watched it like last year.
Oh, that's
2
tight.
years ago.
That's how I watched The Sopranos. I watched The Sopranos like 10 years after it happened.
Speaking of
and
weird
enjoyed the
endings,
fuck out of
The
it.
Sopranos.
Yeah.
Just having a conversation.
Well, it's great. Like the more I look back on that one, it's like if it's a perspective show from Tony's perspective, then he certainly died.
Yeah.
Because it just shuts off.
He got whacked.
Right there.
Yeah.
And then it just shuts the fuck off. Because if you're watching the thing through his perspective, then it's like, and there's also like, it's about, the show is really about his relationship with his therapist, and the episode before the last episode, he cuts the relationship off with the therapist. So the show's fucking over.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, you're just waiting for him to die, basically. Like, it's, I don't know, it's a better ending than they make it out to be with the fucking just stopping like that. You know what I mean? Because if it's a perspective show, then that means something. But I think watching shows late like that is hella good, but you almost have to like, I couldn't watch Sopranos 5 years after it happened. I had to wait till 10 years after it happened because there was still like, people were still talking about it, and there was still like things that people had said like, oh, that you like, but even with Breaking Bad, like you could talk about all the major points of Breaking Bad, but that show had so many little fucking crazy things happen that if you watch like one episode, you'd be like, oh shit, I forgot that happened. That was fucking nuts. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to El Camino, and I think it could be tight because it's not a Walter White story. It's Jesse Pinkman's story. You know what I mean? So instead of them trying to like add on to the Walter White story, Walter White story's over. This is what happens to Jesse Pinkman. You know.
Damn, I forgot. I just remember right now they fucking ice his chick like right in front of him on the other. Oh man.
He's like totally the most like fucked, like emotionally and physically out of the whole show, and he just drives away with a bunch of money in the whip. That's how it ends.
Fucking had that fool all chained up and making meth as a slave and shit.
Yeah. And that was like they murdered that chick and had him for a while after that. So it was like worst possible scenario for him. And I think that's like that with the commercial with El Camino, it's just him talking about the guy talking about like, I heard how he was locked up. I'm not going to help you guys lock him up again. So yeah, it's cool. Looking forward to it. Let's talk about some fucking anime, guys. First off, have either of you guys started watching Vinland Saga?
No.
You guys are idiots.
That was a synchronized no.
It's so dumb. It's the best anime. You got to watch it.
I know that shit's lit though.
It's so good.
My coworker watches it. I told him to watch it, and he watched it.
It's so good. It's so good. It keeps getting better every episode. The 9th episode dropped. I guess it's simulcast on Monday in Japan's, but which is like Sunday night. You could watch it hella late.
That's how Dororo was. It was the same schedule.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So Sunday night now, I'd be watching Vinland Saga, and that's my new ritual. I'm gonna be so sad when that show ends. But I've been noticing there's a whole bunch of new animes coming out, kind of crazy looking animes, and these two I pulled up in particular because they have crazy animation styles that I think are cool as fuck. This first one is called Promare. I think IGN put this trailer out, but watch this shit. Fucking we're certainly not getting paid for this episode, so hit us with some love in the super chat. Let's go.
Hit me with that love in the super chat.
Suddenly appeared 30 years ago, but now the British threat is finally being driven out.
It's tight.
Burning rescue.
The animation's sick too.
No, it's not Fire Force.
I can't get in closer. Get Gollum up here.
It sets my firefighter soul ablaze.
It looks like it
Come on
could almost
down,
be the
big
same
boss.
team as like
Fight me.
Soul Eater or something.
Or like Gurren Lagann.
What the
Yeah.
hell's going on? You're just a kid.
Leo Fotia.
Yeah, look, it is Gurren Lagann. Yep. It does. It definitely has that Gurren Lagann style to it. Studio Trigger. So this is a movie. So Kill La Kill and Gurren Lagann. Yeah, totally. I could totally see that.
Seen both of
I'll
those?
extinguish you with my burning soul.
Have you seen Gurren Lagann?
Yes.
No.
Fight!
That shit looks tight.
We varnish our human beings.
Don't do anything crazy.
This guy stupid? Oh yeah.
Fire in the hole!
from the Earth's
Yo,
core
that's
has been
crazy
out of
looking.
control. It'll be a greater
looks so
catastrophe
sick.
than the Great World Blaze.
It's weird, like
It's weird that Fire Force in this game. What's up
Governor
with
Craig, the test was a success.
Bring the firefighters
you
over
see
there
how
now,
this is
or-
like. It's like this weird, like limited cell shading kind of thing.
Mhm.
Like there, it's like
It's pretty cool, to be honest with you.
it's hella cool. It's like less is more kind of situation,
Because
right?
it still looks like anime, though. It's pretty tight.
And it's
It
like
doesn't really take away from it. It's pretty
well,
tight.
it does. I feel like
It's almost like a Scanner Darkly anime.
with the CG. Well, it's like if they did they drew over the frames of cartoons. You know what I mean?
It's like weird, yeah.
But I love how it's like there's a lack of detail, but then it feels hella detailed. But look at this frame right here.
It's super
like,
basic and just
dude, these are
shaped,
just squares, like with just gradients and black and lines. You know what I mean? And even the hymn is like a lot of just
I like
sparse.
how all
like
the
2 layers,
everything- I like
basically.
how all the angles and shit are hella exaggerated in this shit.
Yeah.
Like when they showed them doing stuff, it's like fucking crazy angles.
Because
to make them look all long.
it's clearly
hella sick.
3D animation,
Yeah,
CG,
yeah.
but it's like they're doing it in a way that that doesn't like make it. It's like adding to it because it's like this weird like gradient, like super simple cell shading shit, as opposed to being like super highly detailed CG, which ends up looking like that fucking
I will
Netflix series. You know what I mean?
I will say though, Gurren Lagann and fucking Kill la Kill are both like so good. Those are fucking awesome, man.
You could tell right when you look at this that it
That's
comes
more
from-
like Gurren Lagann. But Kill la Kill is like more. I don't know. This looks hella like Gurren Lagann.
Someone must shoulder the fate of mankind.
Even if the ideals you look up to come
Kill la
crashing
Kill's
to
a
the
fucking
ground,
wacky ass
your
show.
hope will never be broken. Now I'll show you my burning firefighter soul.
Oh yeah. Promare.
Not that hot at all.
Okay, fire.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, I love how like.
Is it a movie?
Yes, it's a movie.
Lit.
Yeah, not as not. It's so many series nowadays. Not a lot of like OVAs, so it's always cool when they get an OVA. I was trying to find like I was one of the exploding frames that was just like an explosion, because it's weird how they do it. It's like it looks like,
Is the one with like the dragon flying through the city?
yeah. But there, it's just like instead of like a
Right there.
yeah, instead of like a cloud, it's like
But oh yeah.
see how the fire is like
Squares.
it's just like
geometric
squares. Yeah,
almost,
it's just like geometric shapes and shit. Like that's so
This
fucking
guy's stupid.
cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like that shit a lot. Oh, this is what I was talking about. See, look at this.
Oh yeah.
Look at the explosion. It's just like it looks like a like it's nothing is round. It's all fucking like square and shit like that. Really fucking cool.
Has been out of
Really fucking cool. So yeah, that one's called Promare. It's a movie. It comes out September 16th, 17th. Probably gonna have some kind of like premieres and shit here. That shit looks fucking super cool. And I've seen Gurren Lagann. I've only watched a little bit of Kill la Kill. I've never like watched the whole thing of Kill la Kill. So I'm gonna fucking check that out. All right.
Kill la Kill is fucking sick, dude. There's this, the fucking like, there's like these appointed people, like this student council on there that have these things called regalia suits, and there's these.
That's the one that we watched a couple episodes.
Yeah,
of.
we're watching at my house,
Yeah.
and they have like the suits that turn into armor and shit, and it's like a fucking school and oh, that shit's lit.
What was that that thing you were talking about? The
Sengetsu.
The Junji Ito.
Yeah.
What?
Uzumaki Tsunami trailer.
Okay, let me look that up real fast. You want to explain what it is?
I don't really know much about the series, but I've seen the art for it. It looks fucking dope. It's some like supernatural horror manga series. It's just like black and white, and the picture that I've seen is this fucking chick with the spiral in her head, and it looks sick. But I guess recently Toonami released a teaser trailer, and they're doing a series of it. And this dude's like famous horror manga artist, Junji Ito.
Yeah, my girl like showed me a bunch of this shit, like pictures anyway. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's some weird like haunting ass music. I remember seeing the
This animation's fucking crazy too. Straight looks like a moving manga panel.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. It's really crazy when you see the characters, the character design. Reminds me almost of like that, like, yo. Like, what the fuck is this? It's going to be amazing. Like this right here. Reminds me almost of that, like, why can't my boyfriend skate? It kind of like real, like, it's, yeah, like you said, it's like a manga panel drawn to life. It looks like a pencil drawing. Yeah, this shit looks super creepy. I'm fucking in. Okay.
Oh, you know who?
Uzumaki.
You know who we need to have on this show? Who's all into that shit too? Is Furman. Furman needs to come through.
That dude knows his stuff.
Oh yeah,
Furman knows a gang of shit.
Furman could fact check for the kids.
Always.
But yeah, that looks fucking sick.
Yeah, that shit looks really fucking cool.
Yeah, it was kind of like the music's weird. I wonder if it's gonna be like that the whole thing. If it's
Like,
gonna be like
just unsettling shit.
Yeah.
I'm into that shit though.
Well, I'm just wondering if it's gonna. Oh, you were talking. You texted me about this. It reminds me of Belladonna of Sadness.
Belladonna Sadness.
That's definitely like that style, right? Of
that's like that. Well, that Belladonna Sadness is almost like fucking watercolor painting, like almost. That shit's crazy.
And it's like more of like a poem than like a story.
Yeah,
you know
it's like super poetic and like unfolds into like, I don't know.
Yeah, that one's a crazy one. It's on Prime. It's called Belladonna of Sadness.
Yeah, me and my girl were checking that out the other day. It looked fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's super. It's as sad as it sounds. Exactly.
It's a chick who like.
I believe she is like raped by a warlord.
Yeah,
or
it's
something
raped by
like
a king, and then she makes a deal with the devil to get revenge, and it turns her into like a like this weird ghost. Like I don't know what it is, like a demon, like a shadow demon with a red face or something. Like it looks pretty nuts though.
Yeah.
Is it the story of the Hanya?
No, because the Hanya's
something similar, right?
Yeah, because the Hanya's like
a chick getting revenge.
Yeah, because I think a Hanya's like, I think it might be that a similar art of derived from that story. Because I think the Hanya story is like a cheating husband.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
And the wife kills herself and becomes a Hanya and kills the cheating husband.
All those sad ass Japanese stories, man.
Oh really? I think that's that one. I'm pretty sure.
And then this is the other animation, the new animation that I wanted to show you. This shit is called Human Lost. It's certainly like a CG new style animation, but I think it's like a different take on it. Certainly completely different than Promare, because this is the exact opposite of that.
It's like super detailed.
Super detailed. But not like, I don't know. Let me just play it.
Announcement from Shell, the Sound Health and Everlasting Life Agency. The time has come to celebrate the first generation of people who've lived past the average natural lifespan of 120 years. Let us be grateful.
Kind of looks like from the makers of Afro Samurai and Basilisk.
Basilisk is the
We don't get to
hardest.
live or die without their say-so.
This is fucking sick.
To find meaning in life, you need the risk of death.
Okay, so
This looks like that fucking the Godzilla.
I want to find out who you really are.
It looks like on that type of shit.
Break free of them and reclaim your true form. I'm a human being. Yoshiko, stay back!
Train to Busan, that movie's fire.
What was that monster? Where'd it go?
Yeah, Korean flick.
Yeah, the zombie one.
Yeah, shit's fun.
Yeah, that's
As mentioned in the comment. Huh? Oh, somebody mentioned it in the comment. Train to Busan.
Yeah, Train to Busan's amazing.
This looks sick.
I couldn't even talk while I was going because it was so crazy. But look at like
that shit's dope, bro.
It's really cool combination of like the CG shit and like I don't know. It's obviously all CG, but it's not. It's like not
it
like
looks really cool.
It's
though.
not as offensive as some of the other all
like
CG
I said,
shit.
it's like the Godzilla one because the Godzilla one's hella CG, but that one's cool. You know what I mean?
What's the?
Isn't that the series you were talking about on the ride up?
Oh, Carnival Road.
Yes,
it's hard.
Yeah, we'll talk about. We should talk about Carnival Road too. But what I was gonna say was what's that one on Netflix where like the people that can't die?
Oh, Ajin.
Ajin. It looks like Ajin
yeah.
a lot. Like it looks like a cleaner version of Ajin. Really cool.
I only watched like 3 episodes of that or something, and then but that Ajin was amazing. Like that shit looked cool as fuck.
It's like that's the only. When I'm looking for the CG shit, I want it to be like this or like Ajin, where it's like you're using it to do something new and cool.
because the way they made the demon things, how they were like staticky. And
yes,
moved all
you can't do that
weird.
shit with drawn
so
animation.
It utilized it well, and it made you like, oh, this is fucking cool.
As opposed to like a lazy maneuver to get around having to draw scenery.
I hate when you could fucking tell they're doing that shit.
Yes.
It's fucking annoying.
I think that is primarily.
I know we're totally like the fat dudes watching the Olympics right now, just being like, yeah, nice landing, you fucking slob.
No.
Because, you know, we can't draw, but like, I don't know, man. Like, I just have preference, and I don't like when they douche that shit.
I think it's fair to say. I think the old school form of that was like the shit that they would do on the old Narutos back in the 90s where they would reuse frames over and over again or have those like super limited animation fucking thing. It's like they pump out so much fucking anime. So it's like, what is the difference between... I be going through Netflix, bro, and I can't find shit to watch because I'm like, all of this shit is just like CG bleh to me. You know what I mean? Like, there's every once in a while you'll see something like Gurren Lagann or Kill la Kill or that's like, oh, this is cool. It looks different. But then most of the time it's just all these like God Eater and all these ones that are just like.
I think God Eater is based on a video game too.
It's like it looks.
I watched that one. It wasn't too bad.
It looks cool in theory, but it's like, homie, I'll just play Final Fantasy if I want to see that. You know what I mean? Like it just. If I'm looking for animation, there's a specific like vibe to it that I want to see, and I definitely don't want to feel like it's
perfect
lazy.
Case in point on this is that CG could even make me not really like Berserk, which is like the best anime.
Oh my god!
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god!
Like, how could you make someone not like that?
My legit favorite fucking anime.
And
ruined by CG.
by CG, right?
Ruined by CG.
See, like that's someone whose shit is that, and then just because it's that, you're like, I don't like that. Now.
And it's like, how the fuck?
It's not like that should tell you something,
homie. It's not this. It's not even close to this. It's not
that
Ajin.
shit looks lit, and they're trying. Yeah, like you said, they're utilizing. Like, see shit like that where it's breaking apart and lights coming out.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like, even if that's like shit you could do, like drawing, but like. I get what they're going for.
I don't think I mean it's clear like when it's CG versus hand drawn, what the vibe is, when it's different. It's never you're never confused, right? You're never like, oh, is this hand drawn or CG? Yeah. You're either like, this is cool looking CG or this is shitty looking CG. And most of the time it's entirely CG. It's always on the shit end. You know what I mean? Dub T is talking about One Punch Man. I think One Punch Man Season 2, unfortunately, is an example of using CG to get around like lack of animators or like ability to like operate on the scale that they were operating on before with the hand drawing.
That shit looks cool though.
It does look cool, but like there's no way like all that Sentakuru shit, like the giant centipede, like it's none of that shit looks as cool as any of the first season. The giant, the brothers and shit, like the big old fucking bone dude crushes his brother on his arm. Like essentially the same thing. Giant monster crushing the city, right? But
that shit's the best.
The vibe is so fucking different with the CG centipede. You know what I mean? Like it's clearly not like, oh, let's do this because this will be cool. It's like, let's do this.
One of the coolest looking villains.
The big bone dude. This is the shit. But like, it's clearly done because they're trying to get around the fact that they can't afford to animate the way that they were doing on the first season. So I think like, yeah, you're right. Berserk, best example of CG like ruining a good story. And then like One Punch Man is an example of like still good shit not holding up to what it was.
I don't know if I brought it up. I think another time maybe we're like, I think we've brushed up on this topic, but I remember on Baki, there's a fight where I think Dopo fights not Dorian. Who's the big fucking old dude who looks like fucking Hulk Hogan in Baki? What's his name?
It's Dorian.
No, is it Dorian?
Yeah, that's Dorian.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's Dorian. For the sake of the conversation, let's say it's Dorian.
Let's just say it's, I don't know. But
I'm pretty sure it's Dorian.
There's a part where he's fighting, I think, Dopo in the fucking amusement park, and he does this fucking like Tai Chi shit, and it's like CGI, and it looks so trash.
Yeah.
And I love Baki to death, bro.
Yes.
But I was just like, God damn it, this is bullshit. Don't you ever do this shit.
Yeah, I know. Just pull you right the fuck out of something that you hella like. You'll be like, oh, I love this, and then you're like, oh, what the fuck am I looking at right now? That's the fucking worst.
He's lit, bro. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, you know what the crazy thing about that, all of that is, realistically, is that animation is the one thing that hasn't improved over time.
Yeah.
And it's because it's a lost art, and in like more. I mean, they didn't pay the guys that did it enough when they were doing it hardcore, right? So like now it's like. It's like people, in order to employ the kind of animators that you would need to do shows like One Punch Man and the way they did season 1, it would cost way too much money. So they have to find these CG workarounds and shit like that. So it's just like we're getting closer with stuff like Human Lost right here. We're getting to a point where it's like, oh, okay, like this is cool. Is it better than Akira?
No.
Fuck no.
No.
Never.
Fuck no. That shit is 30 years old, and it is still better than any animation that's done today. How the fuck is that possible? Like, how is if all the things? Think about cars 30 years ago to now. Airplanes, fucking phones. It's like there's the one thing over the course of human history that has not improved in the last 30 years, 50 years is fucking animation. It's like the guys who were badass at drawing. Like there's not as many of them. Like and it, as a skill, learning to become an animator is like kids don't go to school for that shit no more. Nobody learns to draw anymore. It's like a niche ass fucking thing to do. So what you learn to do is you learn to do CG animation. When I went to school for art, I went to school at an art institute, and literally no hand drawn animation was happening there. It was all fucking computer shit.
Yeah.
So that's what kids learn.
I was watching these videos that were like behind the scenes of Akira, like at the studio.
Oh, when they're like with the panels and shit, with like the glass and everything. It's so fucking crazy,
so
dude.
fucking ill how much time was put into that shit.
It's
bro.
insane.
It's fucking nuts. It's so sick.
And it's like they're not going to do it again. That won't happen again.
That's
there won't
like
be
a lost fucking thing,
it's like building fucking pyramids. But even now we can build better pyramids.
Yeah.
We got machines. You know what I mean? It's like how the fuck did people get worse at animation, or how did animation become a lost art to the extent that like it's limited, and you could, when you see like really good animation, you're like, oh wow, this stands head and shoulders above all the other shit. When realistically, if you look at like any other human achievement over the course of human history, people have gotten better at things. You know what I mean? Like not worse. So it's unfortunate that it happens to be something that like I fucking love. You know what I mean? The most is like animation, and it's the one thing that like breaks down over time. You know what I mean?
Speaking of Baki though,
yes,
they're bringing back the Tokyo 6. It's the next arc is Revenge of the Tokyo 6.
No way.
So Unagi and Spec and all those fools are gonna come catch wreck again.
Because because
none of them really died. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, Dorian's a special.
Turned into a
special boy.
Person. He's a boy again.
He's a special boy.
Okay, Spec.
What did Dorian go? Candy.
I want candy.
Candy.
Okay. And Doyle, he's blind, and Oliver fucking yoked his ass up, took him to jail.
Yeah.
But remember, fucking Dopo's student was teaching him karate and how to like be a better like martial artist.
Yeah.
So I think this fool's gonna be locked up, training and all that shit. Unagi lost his poison hand, but he has a fucking hook, and they had him locked up and back in his thing.
Yeah.
And he had a hook. And these fools came in to give him food, and he fucking tears these fools up with the hook, and he escapes. Hey,
what happened to the French dude? Didn't the French dude get fucked up by Unagi on the boat when they're leaving? Don't the French dude and Unagi square off on
Doyle,
the boat?
and he
Gets
and he
thrown off
fucking
the boat.
and he fucking gets into a cave, and Oliver yokes him up and takes him to jail. Oliver.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah, right.
and then motherfucking Speck is in a like coma because fucking Hariyama beat the dog.
I
shit
thought
out
he
of him.
like reverted to like being an
No,
old
he's
man
old man
again.
again. Yeah, but like he's in a coma. Like that's the thing. He's not dead once again.
Yeah.
And who's the other? Well, yeah. Also, you remember how what's it? Yoshiro fucking backfisted Unagi the fuck up. Unagi's fucking face has a porcelain like mask thing on his fucking face now. He looks hella crazy. He has a hook and a mask now. So
Revenge of the Tokyo 6, homie, I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm so
Hey, I
sold
thought they
on
did
Revenge of the
Sikorsky
Tokyo 6.
fucking dirty when they had that fool in the arena tossing the dirt on him.
Yes.
And they made him into a little bitch.
Yeah.
And that fool was like nasty the whole time.
Yes.
He had the crazy knuckles. And
Yes.
shit. And I'm like, what the fuck would they do to this fool? Like, because I don't know.
Sikorsky did get bitched out for
So
sure.
I hope they
What happened to Sikorsky at the end of it?
He just bitches up and they take him to jail. He begs him to take him to jail and he doesn't.
Oh, after he gets his ass
Because
kicked.
that fool's count. Remember, he like throws all the dust up in
Yeah.
his camouflage.
Yep.
And he starts counting down from 10, and every time he hits one, he hits like kicks him. Or some
Yes.
shit.
Yeah.
And he starts
yeah.
driving him crazy, and he like begs him to lock him up because he doesn't want to fight no more.
That shit's fire.
And I was like, "Fuck, dude, they did him dirty." So I hope they let him shine.
Let Sikorsky shine.
I hope they let Sikorsky catch that fool not in the dirt, just on the streets, and he fucking dog walks. Oh boy.
Spencer, show him you got the cards for real this time.
Yeah, so last show a couple weeks ago, we pulled up the designs of the mashup Marvel Nicktoon mashups they did, and
yes,
now I have physical trading cards, and they came out fucking sick. I'm
yeah,
super
dude,
stoked.
they're super sick. They look
21
super
in a
slick.
set.
Package
Bubble
and
gum card
They straight
style.
up come like a little pack of cards.
Is it like old school? Like you got to be lucky to get the fucking
So I'm doing pre-orders right now, and they come with this hologram fucking shiny crumb.
Oh, that's
and
tight.
$6 for a pack.
That
You get
shit
a,
is
a
so
print,
sick.
A print and a sticker.
Here, hold it up so everybody can see. Look. So this is the pack right here. How many cards are in the pack?
21.
21 cards in the pack. It's a mashup between Marvel superheroes and the Nickelodeon cartoons of yesteryear. Fucking awesome.
All the classics.
All the classics.
Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold.
Doug,
awesome.
Rugrats.
Doug Rugrats.
Got them all.
What's
Well, not all, but
Real Monsters?
All Real Monsters.
Yep. Shit is sick.
Mixed
So,
with X-Force.
what are you selling these online or what?
Selling these online on my Big Cartel. Got a link on my Instagram bio. I can kick you a link.
Yes,
You
kick
can
me the link.
throw
I'll put it
in
in the video
description
description.
there.
And
Yeah.
definitely follow
Spencer Bones.
Spencer Bones on Instagram.
It's
And
my boy Spencer Bones.
you should bring some to the show and sell some at the show on the
Fuck
13th.
yeah.
Because
It came with
basically,
a dope display box.
We're just
too,
showing
so-
up, ganging, and selling y'all shit. So
yeah,
bring
basically
money.
like our plan with this with the Death Dealer shit and like just our music in general basically is like we kind of decided that it's crowded on this channel and that like the Death Dealer shit is so fucking badass and unique and has its own little fucking vibe, and I just don't want it to get caught up in all the rest of the shit that's on this channel. So we decided that we're going to move that and some of the other music to a new channel and call that shit Sleepwalk Syndicate, which is our like new music
like a
collective.
music umbrella.
And but not just music, art in general, because anytime we're doing a show, you might be able to pick up shit like this from Spencer Bones. Definitely the comic book when it comes out. Jordan, All Day Dirt. He's going to be at the show on the 13th. He's got framed artwork as well as prints, including prints of like the album cover shit.
Yeah.
So
I told Alicio too. He can't go on the 13th because That's a Friday the 13th is a big day for tattooing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But he would like, I know he wants to sell like he'd be selling prints and shit like that. You know
So basically, all our homies that make
obviously
fucking set up at the show. No, but I think like basically our oh look at that. Ruin your day. Fucking Avocado said he's got some death dealers on the Reloaded pay-per-view stream. We about to be on URL tomorrow. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, Avocado. Yeah. Also, he hit me up. He said your battle drops on Monday, so I'm going to cut a commercial for Death Dealers. Bobby Lee Swagger.
Oh, that one?
Yes.
When does Human drop?
Human drops not next Friday, but the following Friday.
Oh, hell yeah. So I got 2 battles coming out in 2 weeks.
Woo, boy, you about to be shining. And both of them will have Death Dealers ads on them because I'm going to shoot him a Death Dealers ad that'll go on the King of the Dot battle. Yeah. And I'm going to shoot myself an ad to throw on my own battle that I upload to my own channel.
It's fire.
So, shouts out to Avocado for fucking always showing us love. Also, shouts out to fucking Madflex out there repping BOTZ.
Apex, huh?
He's at Apex with the belt. I seen a picture today with the belt sitting on the table with the Apex belt and like a couple trophies and a couple King of the Dot chains.
Hey,
there's just like whole
all the gang out there. A-Ward,
yep.
fucking Matt
Real
Flex,
Deal,
Red
my
Flag,
guy.
Trevor, Yee.
Real Deal's the realest fucking dude in the world. Like, you know, his father was, you know, very sick, and he still competed and won the title. His father passed away, and like the whole community's been with him the whole time. And then this guy goes and gets on a plane and goes and does another battle the next week. And I think like that's, I mean, I understand.
He's the fucking man.
He's the fucking man. And I understand too entirely because it's like there's so much like support from the community. If I was him, I would certainly want to be around that. It's, you know what I mean? Like if that was an option for me, as opposed to, you know, like just being alone with my thoughts at a rough time. You'd be like, fuck yeah, I'll go be with all my friends overseas and a whole bunch of people who know what I'm going through and are supportive of me. You know what I mean? So shouts out to Real Deal. Shouts out to
Trevor's one of those people, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, he makes friends everywhere he goes. Motherfuckers love
he's
Trev.
Such a likable dude. He's awesome.
So I'm sure he's having a good time out there, and that's fucking awesome. So shouts out to all the homies out there at Apex holding it down. Much love and respect to my guys. Of course, Madflex, who's gonna put the fucking whooping on Soul. I just know it.
Yeah, that's, you know.
I just know.
I mean, Soul's a good writer, don't get me wrong, but Madflex is on a different fucking planet.
Yeah, man, he's the real thing. So,
and yes, I did catch a body versus Bobby Lee Swagger.
Yeah, and
very much so.
That'll be out, I think, on Monday, and there'll be a DDA out attached. It's going to be a very DDA week, man. I think the plan is to start the Sleepwalk Syndicate channel on Friday the 13th as well.
That'd be fire.
Yeah. So, and then what the channel will just
also just like as an idea we were gonna have in there for sure. Like SM and EK are gonna be staples on that shit. I think. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean that's what it is. Like right now, the music that I'm taking from the Counterproductive channel and putting on the Sleepwalk Syndicate channel so far is all the Death Dealer videos. There'll be an Edgy Quan playlist, and there's like 2 or 3 really dope EK videos that are just get lost in all the shit on our channel. Yeah. And then there'll be a Reverse Live playlist or Gold Shards. I don't know what it probably.
I think I have like just only Gold Shards on.
Yeah, so it might just be Gold Shards, but there's Saturdays that's UNSM. There's so like it's just realistically like. We have our own fucking vibe now. We're doing our own shit. Like we found our own fucking lane finally after fucking years and years of making music. And like we have a group of people that collectively all make the same kind of music. So we're just all gonna do it together, and put it out in a way that's not gonna be like mixed up with all the other shit. It's just gonna be that. Just the crazy music with those crazy videos and all the crazy art, and it's all gonna kind of match each other and it all has the same vibe. And no, you can't be a part of it. So don't ask, okay? We'll do a dirtbag dance
Who'd
song.
be my ideal opponent in London? I don't know.
That's interesting.
Who's fucking mean over there?
I mean, I think I could think of a whole bunch of different opponents for you. I don't know who would be my favorite. but there's no one specifically that's like matches up with you as well as someone like Big K that's going down right here in San Jose.
We're in San Francisco, but you get the
it's in San Jose is where it's going to happen. So, yeah. That's right. So I think we're going to get out of here, guys. It's been a great show. Fridays are fire. Holler at Spencer Bones, at Spencer Bones on Instagram. Get more information about these. Hold them higher because there's a fucking anime on the screen.
Things there.
Yeah, boy. There you go. All right, and then
double-sided.
Reverse has got multiple battles dropping, so you'll be seeing a lot of him next week. And like I said, no show next week because we will be live at the Ritz. First Big Death Dealers show. Itchy the Killer's flying into town. It's going to be a great time. So definitely come kick it with us there. And you guys have a fucking wonderful evening because Fridays is always fucking fire.
Fire.
Woo.